Please welcome the actor Artemi Burach. Let us examine him. The will is present. Emotions, sure, there are emotions. Intellect, well, no one expected a miracle. Not from this specimen. He's no true human, but a larva. Just like all the larvae we've seen here lately. Pardon me, I shouldn't have been so rude. You are, after all, the star of the show.
How should I act then?
Here's some advice. Actually, the only advice that matters. Try not to die. Ever. Do you understand? Like, never ever. At all. Or it'll turn bad. Not just for you, but for all of us.
And why is that?
It would wound the world. Irreversibly. And the world, it's not in the best shape as it is. So I'd kindly ask you to do your very best. Work hard. Take care of yourself.
Where are the other two? The bachelor and the girl?
They're waiting for you to exit the scene. They want to learn about their fates as well.
You know the future? What's mine then?
Oh, I can't help but pity you. Look, there will be a happy ending. You'll even believe that you won. No guilty conscience either. So relax, man of fate. Next.
What do you mean?
Next. I had several paths and liked none. One had me as a beast man, another as a hunchback, the third as the indentured servant of some outside force.
I can work miracles. I just lay hands on a person and they... You know, if they had cancer or a tumor or something in the blood. I'm not very good with terms, but God loves me.
3 years ago, a cure for typhoid was found. 4 years ago for the Blue Death. A year ago for a strain of smallpox. Science is all-powerful.
Local medicine can do a lot. Although while studying, I started to see it as backwards, but it did work at times.
Well, satisfied with your boasting? Trying to impress each other like little kids? Unbelievable.
Enough with this ridiculous meeting, you bunch of quacks. No type of medicine will help you here.
Just stay away from me this time of year. Come to think of it, Keep your hands off anything here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Outbreak. The theater is officially disbanded.
As well as other conveniences. Running water, access to your own children, who never leave their beloved polyhedron anyway, sewage, friendly smiles on the street, any respect for the institution of marriage, food, etc., etc.
On the order of that big city bachelor, all theatrical costumes are to be handed out to orderlies. You know, protection.
By the way, obeying the orderlies is now mandatory, per current laws.
Is that all?
For now.
The town is doomed. Why bother with any of this?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, please focus on your life aspirations. You have little more than a week now. Make sure your affairs are in order and do your best to pursue your dismal dreams.
Isidore tore this town to pieces.
A man who made severe judgments. A sawbones, as it were. Yes, sir. If the bones grew wrong, he broke 'em.
Oh, how his son tries to sew it back together. Maybe he'll succeed. And with pretty stitches.
You're kidding. People like him only care about themselves. They can't connect things. They certainly can't sew anything.
There he is. Look. He came to watch. Watch you foam at the mouth. That means he does care about something other than himself. He will bind us.
Like hell. Connections take more than catgut and steady hands.
All the while, plague devours the town.
Who even cares about some pathetic Burach, living, breathing, boring Burach, while a whole 400 others die this night?
All you need to learn is the right herbal mixtures. That's what the old man used to say. Herbal mixtures.
I fell in love for the first time when I was 6. A kind boy with freckles. And you know, these days his name was Matvey.
I don't believe you. And I don't like you. Actually, that's too mild a statement. I feel an innate resentment towards you.
It's... well, alright then. Most people love me.
I don't like you either, girl of faith. But not just you, I'm not sure I know how to love.
Enough. This won't do. It won't do at all. This is a theatre production, not a pity party. You should be ashamed of how you've wasted your time worrying about such nonsense. Go to bed. That's it. Rehearsal over.
Mark Nurchik.
I'm him.
Go ahead. Talk.
Well, when he got started... Alright, no use lying, is there? So here I am, confessing. We were robbing folks. Me and Kitty Cat, stilts, knives, all them. Then we wanted to rob that big city bachelor.
I see. Northern gold mines. 10 years. Alexander Saburov?
You've heard it all. I try to instill order. It's instrumental.
And the outbreak?
Outbreaks, earthquakes, the Last Judgment, it doesn't matter. Discipline must be maintained. People turn into animals. They need to be reined in. My wife...
My sympathies for your wife. Last question. Heads or tails?
Heads. Always heads.
I expected nothing else. Still, you're free to leave. Andrei Goffman?
I'm his sister, Anna. He didn't wait for questioning. Shot himself. You won't punish the rest of us, will you?
Noted. Next. Victoria Olgimskaya, 16. Or is it 15?
I wanted to apologize for the lie. I did, but still, I'd lied. Betrayed his trust.
Betrayal means death. Next.
I cheated on my wife, but thing is, we've been together for...
Cheating is betrayal. Betrayal means death. Please stand to the left. Next.
Listen, I understand where this is going. I beg you, forgive me. I'm guilty of betrayal too, but I will never again...
Death. Next.
See, the circumstances were. I never wanted to betray them, but...
Death. Look, is there anyone here with a different crime? There are no other crimes. There's no such thing as evil, murder, torture, or violent abuse. The only real crime is betraying someone who trusted you. So everyone who has that kind of confession, please stand to the left. Your punishment is death. End of discussion.
He knows how to protect people. What does it mean to protect someone? You can't lead them single file to a place where there are no bombs, no one with murderous intent. Not subjecting them to needless danger, but pushing them to face danger when needed. That's what protection means. But just how needed is it? If you're right, the need is real. If not, it was imaginary. And that is on you, on your conscience. Here, at war, there are no rehearsals, no tryouts, no second chances.
General, sir, what are you talking about? We're not at the front lines. You have a direct order to stop the plague, meaning your job is the opposite of protecting people. You're here to kill.
This is a criminal order, and I won't follow it.
Yeah, you have a lousy role in all this. But let's try once again, from a different line of yours.
I'm afraid of General Block. Hero of the people. Genius. I've never worked with such material. I feel helpless. What do you say to that?
What can I say? I said everything yesterday. It's strange to hear. I thought you were supposed to be the genius.
You're joking. I'm more of a machine. This is an unsolvable town, outside my capabilities.
It's outside everyone's capabilities. But I thought that's exactly what Inquisitors were for.
Listen, I have very little time left. If I can't solve the town, I'll be ampuled. They threw me here on purpose. Victory is impossible.
I get what you mean by ampuled, but how do you solve a town?
To solve is to see things through, as Inquisition does. You know? By any means necessary.
Well, we have the panacea. As for the General, cheer up. We'll see how things go.
We need to run. We need to flee this town.
Everything is of equal value. Everything is pregnant with connections, even things which have nothing in common. Everything has the potential to be connected. This is the way things reacquire meaning.
All that surrounds us is a living organism with its own blood flow and metabolism. Plague is part of this flow. Frightening but logical. It kills humans. But what is a human? Humanity itself is comparable to a microbe. Just as small, blind, and absurd.
No. Humanity is a loom. Or its shuttle, to be precise. Humans are actually quite decent. I'll have you know that I like them.
A shuttle, whatever. The role of a human is still unattractive. Choosing nothing, moving along a preordained path. Compare and contrast to the plague. It gets into any crack, connects all that there is. So, who is the paragon of animals here? I wonder.
But what about the town, huh? It is, after all, the next step. Towns come to life, and they're closely connected to the earth.
Much more closely than people, if they're friends with it, friends with the blood flow of the earth. If they can bear all it can grant them, consider an unusual ulcer, which the earth would die without. An ulcer that connects all things. If it left, all would die, leaving behind a machine.
Towns are built by people, so let people build them as machines. You say towns shall inherit the earth, replacing people, like people once replaced mammoths. I don't believe it. Let's not make hasty conclusions. Children inherit the earth too, and kids are smarter than their parents.
I've always hated your grandiosity and silly generalizations. We'll see. Let us stand watch. Let us see what morning brings.
All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players.
in my